Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium to another exciting season of Pasadena ISD football. This evening, we welcome the Tigers from Springwoods High School, taking on your Texans from Sam Rayburn High School. Your attention to the center of the playing field, where delegates from Sam Rayburn High School are presenting a token of good sportsmanship to delegates from Springwoods High School. We want to make sure that they get their resignation tonight. From Sam Rayburn High School, representing the cheerleaders, we had Ariana Escobar. Representing the Texans, Colonel Angela Maldonado and President Jalen Enriquez. Representing the band, we had drum majors Victor Sosa, Jose Losa, and Henry Morales. And from the junior ROTC, we had Cadet Major Andreas Chacon and Cadet Second Lieutenant Camila Villanueva. Tonight's game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all of the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence.
Welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium. I'm Dr. Tony Lopez, the proud superintendent of Pasadena ISD. Our players, coaches, and fans are committed to being good sportsmen and playing the Texas way.
I made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with the control of self.
I will not let my opponent become my enemy.
I will not cheat or cut corners.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with the control of self.
I will slow my anger down.
I will act based on my standards.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with the spirit of competition.
I will prepare myself inside and out.
I will bounce back when I get knocked down.
I will compete with a passion to be my absolute best.
So my question for you is this.
Will you commit to support me the Texas way?
That means having my back.
It means cheering loudly.
But it doesn't mean putting other people down.
It doesn't mean yelling at the ref.
It doesn't mean letting your passion become a distraction.
My actions are about more than just me.
It's about representing the name on the front of the jersey and the name on the bag.
It's about more than a scoreboard.
It's about using sports to become all that I can become.
And have fun while I'm doing it.
I made a commitment to play the Texas way.
We once again want to say thank you for everyone coming out and supporting all of our Pasadena ISD coaches, athletes, and teams that play the Texas way.
We remind all visitors that the possession or the use of any tobacco or alcohol product at Veterans Memorial Stadium is prohibited by law. Vulgar or profane language will not be tolerated. Violators may be subject to ejection from the stadium and may face arrest for any violation of the law. Air horns, bells, or whistles are strictly prohibited in Veterans Memorial Stadium and in all district contests. Spectators and fans are not permitted on the playing field at any time. We again welcome everyone to Veterans Memorial Stadium, and we hope you enjoy the game. Houston Methodist Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is proud to be the official health care provider for Pasadena ISD Athletics. It offers full-service care close to home with locations in Clear Lake, League City, and right here in Pasadena. Board-certified specialists use the latest technology to get you back in the game. Houston Methodist, leading medicine. Once again, this year, Pasadena ISD will continue to request a moment of silence before each game. Silence dedicated to good sportsmanship, fair play, safe conduct, and the appreciation of our fellow man. Would everyone please rise at this time as we observe that moment of silence, and please remain standing as we will have the Texan band with the Sam Rayburn High School alma mater. Thank you. And now, the mighty Texan Band with the Sam Rayburn High School alma mater. Thank you. You may be seated. We will have our presentation of colors and our national anthem when both teams have returned to the sidelines. And now it is our pleasure to introduce the cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for your Sam Rayburn High School varsity cheerleaders. Freshman Anthony Guevara. Freshman Ariana Escobar. Freshman Ashley Perdomo. Freshman Evangelina Cedeo. Freshman Gabriela Rojero. Freshman Janelle Alvarez. Freshman Jaylene Small. Freshman Juliana Schringer. Sophomore America Pina. Junior Jasmine Torres. Senior Esperanza Hernandez. Senior Jimena Gutierrez. Senior Kaylin Limas. Senior Madison Ruiz. Junior and co-captain Maripaz Botello. Senior co-captain Brisa Castillo. May God bless America.
That's a beautiful rendition of the national anthem there by the Sam Rayburn Choir. For those of you just joining in here on this Thursday, if you're watching on your big screen or your tablet, we welcome you in here to Veterans Memorial Stadium. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies here for week one, game one of the 2025 season. It's always exciting when you show up to the stadium. You see the buses and the bands, the dance teams all getting ready.
Stadium really clean. All the concession stand really clean.
You have to break it out and bringing all the concession stands in. Let's get into some talk for these two teams, Sam Rayburn's Texans. They've got a little bit of a district realignment last year, Carl. You have a couple of different Pasadena teams kind of come into fold. You have Manville, Pearland, a couple other schools we'll kind of get into the conversation.
We dropped Deer Park. Deer Park went south, and then Pasadena High dropped to 5A also.
Yeah, Dawson,
Pearland, and then the other four PISD teams are 6A with Rayburn.
So a little bit of a mix-up of a new look. I think it gives these teams, in the inner city of Houston an advantage because, obviously you get to play the same teams, but you get to kind of reignite some rivalries and kind of give the waters a little bit of a test. So the Sam Rayburn's coming off a 2-8 season. They're led by head coach Sergio Gonzalez as they make their ways to center field for the coin flip. On the other side, the Springwoods Tigers are led by head coach Andrew Roars, returning 6 offensive starters and 5 defensive starters. They finished 3-7 last year, 3-5 in district play. We'll get into some players to watch, but what do you expect tonight in game one? Kind of work out the kinks. You go through scrimmages, you kind of go through some walkthroughs and kind of simulate gameplay. But for high school, I think Sam Rayburn has some key guys, including Ray Jones and Malachi Rivas, a quarterback for the Texans, that will kind of get into play. But you have a pretty good senior core coming back for the Sam Rayburn team.
Well, Sergio wants to run the ball. He wants to lean on that big offensive line to run the ball, to create lanes. Our captains, the toss was just made. Looks like Springwoods is going to win the toss. Let's see what they're going to do. No, Rayburn wins the toss. They're going to want the ball. They're going to receive the ball in the north end zone. So the Springwoods will be kicking from south Phillips Fieldhouse side, kicking away from the scoreboard.
As far as his senior group goes, Carl, is Sam Rayburn's a team that's faced some deep teams. I think when the Pasadena schools, they get into this preseason, what are you looking for them to come out tonight aggressively?
Well, the whole deal with Rayburn last year, the key to their season is they just got to cut down on the turnovers this year. They just fell behind so many times, and that's.
You ready? Let's go.
Rayburn's captains tonight: Bird Acuna, Javier Estrada, Jose Vela, Ray Jones, and Malachi Rivas are the captains for the Texans. For the Springwoods Tigers, Daniel Morales, Jack LaFleur, and big offensive tackle Chris Perez, the captains for the Springwoods Tigers.
A couple of those players you did mention are players to watch for both teams. You'll see Jack LaFleur on defense, linebacker for the Tigers. Kicking off for Springwoods, Oscar Chavez back to return for the Sam Rayburn Texans. Daniel Cecido, running back, just a sophomore. And we underway here as the ball's going to go in the back of the end zone, and they'll take it from their own 25-yard line. So first play for special teams. What are you expecting here for the Tigers to come out here on this first defensive drive?
Well, I think the Tigers are going to try to mix it up on defense. They're not going to – Rayburn's not going to throw the ball. With that being said, you're going to watch them throw the ball 25 times, but they typically are going to try to set the run up. So I think Springwood is going to bring the house at them quick.
Sam Rayburn's led under center by senior quarterback Malachi Rivas. They're led in the backfield by Ruben Vasquez. You'll see Aaron Prado will get in the mix. Ray Jones is a guy they went to early on in the season. They'll have a heavy formation here on a 1st and 10 from their own 25.
Misdirection.
First play of the game, just back to the line of scrimmage. And you see Springwoods waits no time to get some plays in there and load the box.
Vasquez is going to pick up 7, or excuse me, picks up 2. Up to the 27, 2nd and 8.
I was watching the news this summer, and they said that they did a temperature gauge there on the turf. Gives temperatures up to 106 degrees. Second play of the game, handoff here to Ray Jones. He's stuffed. We'll go back to the line of scrimmage. So the Tigers bring in a lot in the box. And when you match up, Carl, from a team that runs the ball, you're going to stuff the box for 7 or 8 and bring some DBs in?
Well, you're going to make them have to throw over you. I mean, that's what teams will do with Rayburn. If you're going to have to make them want to pass the ball. Right now, if they set the run up, they're going to want to keep with the run. But if you stop the run, they're going to start going to the pass. 3rd and 9. They're scrimmaging for another 26-yard lines. Rayburn's in their Carolina Houston Oiler light blue tops.
Well, you hand off up the middle.
Enough for the first down.
That was Javier Estrada, senior running back for the Texans. Pick up a nice game. Is it going to be?
He got to the line, had to go to the line, and they got right at the line. Yeah. So a 9-yard pickup, first down for the Texans.
Good eye there, Carl.
Needed 9 and got 9.
A solid 9. If you saw in the preseason, the NFL was using those computerized first downs.
Very good point. This is the first year that we can use in high school technology, so the coaching staff can talk to the athletes. So it's been approved, and you're going to see some of that this year. That's Estrada again.
A little bit of.
They're trying to introduce themselves to each other. They're trying to see who's going to eat at Spanky's later.
A couple players for Springwoods. Number 4, Julian Robles, and number 11, Chris Rodriguez, had their helmets taken off, so they'll step aside for a play.
Picks up 1, 2nd and 9. Estrada on that play.
$9:54 left to play here in the first quarter. Hand off to Jones on the right-hand side. He'll pick up just a couple as he's gang tackle across the 35-yard line. A little bit of extracurricular activities, a little pushing after the play. And there's going to be our first flag of the game.
Springwoods in their white visiting uniforms, white on white on white. Black numbers.
That was number 3, Jermaine Youngblood. Listed as a swing at the depth chart. He's a junior. Came in after the play and gave a shove. But more than likely going to be unsportsmanlike on the offense. It's not how you want to start your first series, Carl.
It's not. Goes back to the line of scrimmage.
Speaking of Spankies, we'd like to thank our food sponsors tonight, Pressbox food sponsors. We'd like to thank Chick-fil-A and Spankies for being one of today's Pressbox food sponsors. Be sure to pay them a visit, and thank you for supporting PISD athletics.
15-yard markup, 2nd and 24 now for the Texans.
9:37 left to play here in the first quarter. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies here on a Thursday, first week. There's going to be encroachment on the defense. Will give the Texans 5 yards back. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our gold sponsor, Daspit Law Firm, for their support of Pasadena ISD Athletics. Thank you for supporting all of our athletes and coaches.
Tigers jump off sides. 5-yard penalty now. 2nd and 19. Going to scrimmage from their own 26-yard line, the Texans.
Up front for the Texans. Left tackle, Adolfo Hernandez. Left guard, Gabriel Balboa. And center, Eduardo Aguilar. Here goes Rivas. He'll look. A little shake and bake to the right-hand side, and he's drug out of bounds. Picks up a nice gain to make it 3rd and manageable, and there's a 3rd flag of the game already. Both these two teams.
Chippy. You
really don't see this type of attitude. I mean, I know you want to set the standard.
It's hot.
You know, it makes it irritable. It's kind of like being outside in the car rider line without AC if you're a parent, and then people trying to tell you to go a specific direction, but you don't want to go that direction. Be a personal foul against the defense. So a couple of penalties for both teams that'll give them an automatic first down. Free 15 yards. Sam Rayburn able to move the chains.
Rivas picks up 9 15-yard penalties. Second first down for the Texans. Will move the ball to midfield.
Coach Andrew Roars, obviously, they're in the sun on the visitors team, and
they're working on their tan right now.
Lather up in some sunscreen.
Yeah. What rating do you think that sunscreen? Got all of them in.
Not much.
Ray-Bans.
Handoff up the middle. Be pushed forward for about a pickup of 3 to make it 2nd and 7 in Tiger territory. Carl, did you watch any week 0 college football this past weekend?
Did not.
Second and about 7 here. Handoff to Ruben Vasquez. He's going to be pick up.
Giving 3.
Couple here.
Sets up 3rd and 4. That's what Estrada with his 4th carry.
$8:15 left to play here in the first quarter. Put Jones in motion. And off to the right-hand side. Breaks the tackle and spins. Brought down. That was Javier Estrada. It's enough to move the chains. Well, actually, he's going to be short. Just
giving 3, 4th and 1. Estrada now 4 carries for 16 yards. 4th and 1. Raybur's going to go for it. Offense stays on the field.
Rivas under center. Hand it back to Estrada. Estrada bounces off a tackle and moves the chains.
Picks up 3 more. 3rd first down for the Texans.
This is a run-heavy team. We talked a little bit about it in the open, Carl, but when you have a team that stuffs the box, what do you think is the hardest part for a defense? Obviously, you don't allow for substitutions, but your offensive lineman has to be really well conditioned to keep that heavy set. But turnovers are going to be the biggest key, I think, for this offense this year. The official's going to blow his whistle.
Looks like
maybe a possible timeout.
Timeout. .7:02 left in the first quarter. Still no score.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our Pasadena ISD Athletic major sponsors. Our gold sponsor is Daspert Law Firm. Our silver level sponsors are Chevron, the Pasadena Refinery, Houston Methodist, Gulf Coast Educators Federal Credit Union, U.S. Law Shield, and the Pasadena ISD Education Foundation. Thank you for your continued support of Pasadena ISD Athletics. 1st and 10 here from the 38. Rivas under center. Hand off to Estrada. Estrada. Yang tackled and pushed from behind.
Going to get 3 more to the 35. What Spring Woods has to be careful about, all those safeties and linebackers are inching up toward the line of scrimmage, and it'll be interesting to see if Rayburn slips a tight end out there or slips somebody behind him in man coverage.
No hustle to the line here on a 2nd and about 7 with 6:20 left to play. Clock continuing to eat. Here goes Jones. Jones lowers his shoulder. He's wrapped up and tackled by number 1, Noble Tomlinson.
Back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 7 for the Texans.
Noble Thompson was a player to watch for this Tiger defense.
He's all over the place. Very, very good player.
3rd and 7 with 5:48 left to play. Rivas will fake the handoff, roll out to the right. Nothing going. Short pass is caught, rolled in. Pass is brought in by Jermaine Youngblood. First completion for Rivas. Was it enough? Yes, sir, it was. That's the second time on this opening drive, Carl, they've been able to come up with just enough. They've gone for it once on 4th down by a couple of penalties. Looking to put an offensive drive, just really eating this clock. Kind of reminds you of a traditional offense that just eats the clock. You really don't have that in today's game on the college and high school.
Everybody's hurrying up and 5 wide and throwing the ball.
Hand off to the left-hand side to Ruben Vasquez. Picks up 1 on the carry. Be 2nd and 9 from the 28-yard line. Carl, I mean, at this point of the year, it's you get into some hot weather, late August, early September. That cold front didn't quite make it this year.
What cold front? what cold front?
Well, made it to Dallas, but
the weathermen keep talking about cold front. I ain't seen a cold front. Are they talking about 80-degree cold front? Is that what they're talking about?
Rivas will go from the shotgun here. Hand off back to Ruben Vasquez. Vasquez just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be gang tackled for a loss of a couple.
I think the only ones that didn't hit Vasquez was me and you on that play. All the Springwoods Tigers in on that tackle in front of their bench.
4:45 left to play here in the first half. If you're just joining us, welcome in here to the broadcast booth. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies here in week 1 of the 2025 season. It's a little warm here up in the press box, but I saw the AC guy working and absolutely not going to complain. We could be on the other side in the visiting section.
Getting a tan.
Working on our sunshine and vitamin D.
Penalty's going to take it down to the 12-yard line. Another first down. That one by penalty. Vasquez picked up 2. 15-yard penalty. Springwood's 3rd penalty for 35 on this opening drive.
1st and 10 here inside the 20-yard line. Handoff to Estrada, senior running back.
Estrada's going down to the 7-yard line.
We got a first injury timeout. Wesley Austin, senior tight end, will take a side. We'll step aside. 4:20 left to play. 0-0 ball game. We'll have more high school football. We return right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Texas picked up 5 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 5. They're scrimmaging from Springwood Tigers 7-yard line. 4:12 left in the first quarter. Still no score.
Coming back from injury timeout. Handoff off the middle to Estrada. Picks up about 2 yards on the play. They've eaten up 8 minutes here on this opening drive. 3 penalties on Springwoods. That's the difference in the drive. Tim Rayburn's gone for it on a 4th down. Was able to convert and pick up a couple of 3rd and manageables.
Estrada now 7 carries for 24 yards.
3rd and 3 here with 3:32 to go. Hand off to Vasquez, left-hand side, and he'll walk in. Touchdown Texans. First touchdown of the 2025 season comes on the ground for the boys in blue.
Rivas faked to Estrada. 9 people tackled him in the middle lineup, and Vasquez goes to the left corner. Touchdown, 5-yard touchdown run. Texas now 6-0. 3:23 left in the first quarter.
First touchdown for Vasquez this season. Obviously, the first game.
Rayburn going for 2. Illegal procedure, going to back it up to the 8.
So Rivas and the special teams unit will stay on the field. Will back up the ball to the 8-yard line. They'll go heavy formation here. Rivas will look to pass out the left-hand corner, and it's good. 8-yard pitch and catch from Rivas to Jermaine Youngblood. 2-point conversion is good. 3:23 left to play. The Texans lead 8-0. You like the approach, Carl?
Definitely. If they can run the ball, they're going to be successful this season. They didn't get behind the chains, as you said. They got benefit of 3 Tiger penalties.
Well, not a bad drive for Sergio Gonzalez and the Sam Rayburn Texans. They eat up a little over 8.5 minutes. Drive the ball 75 yards to make it an 8-0 lead. Now, if you're Springwoods, what's your approach, Carl? Clean up, where you pull your offensive side and say, your defensive side and say, hey, stop making stupid penalties?
Well, that's the whole deal. They should have had ball. They had them stopped and then committed 2 big penalties. That drive, they go 75 yards, 16 plays on their initial possession of the season. Vasquez 5-yard touchdown run. Jermaine Youngblood on the reception with the 2-point conversion. Rayburn 8, Springwood 0. Again, 3:23 left in the first.
Be an onside kick. It looks like Sam Rayburn's going to recover. Tigers didn't see that coming. They touched the ball, so they'll get into the bottom of the pile. Tigers have the ball. Kind of a free-for-all. Recovered by number 11, Chris Rodriguez. Sam Rayburn had a decent chance. First onside kick almost goes the Texans' way. But we'll get to see the Tigers' offense. They're led by quarterback junior number 8, Daniel Morales. First play will start in shotgun handoff up the middle. There's Manny Rose, junior running back for the Tigers.
Going to pick up 3 yards to the 48, 2nd and 7. Kiro's big star for him last year.
The shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers at the top of the screen. They'll send a man in motion. Wide receiver jet sweep to the right-hand side, and he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Cohen Holiday with the tackle.
Lewis Rendon on the carry. He kind of wanted to hand the ball back to Morales. Didn't have any running room. He'll lose back to the 40-yard line, a loss of 8. 3rd and 15.
Third and long here for the Tigers. Morales in the shotgun with 2 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. Be a quarterback keeper to the left-hand side, and the Texans just wrap them up.
That's Daniel Morales.
So not much going for the Tigers offense. They get a quick 3 and out, and they'll bring their punting unit on.
4th and 18, all the way back to the 37-yard line.
Back to punt.
It's Jackal 4 back to punt. Number 9.
Snap good. Punt away. Back to return. Jacob Martinez will just let it bounce out of bounds. Sam Rayburn will have their second offensive series.
23-yard punt, no return out of bounds.
With 1:04 left to play here in the first quarter. Texans lead the Tigers 8-0. What'd you take from that first offensive series for the Texans?
Texans did really well in defense. They quickly got Springwoods behind the chains, and it's sets up 4th and 18, and they had to punt.
First and 10 for the Texans from their own 40-yard line. Well, heavy formation, handoff up the middle.
Is that Estrada again?
That was Vasquez.
Vasquez is going to move 6 yards, 2nd and 4. Vasquez now 5 carries for 17 here in the first quarter. Got 30 seconds left in the period.
Hand off to Jones, left-hand side. We get around the scrimmage, break a few tackles, knocked out of bounds. Almost across to the 50. I think he's going to be just short of the first down.
Ball's out of bounds. Clock stops. 15 seconds left. Going to be a yard short. Picks up 2.
Third and 1 here for the Texans. They was able to convert on a couple of third downs in their last offensive drive. Handoff out of the middle. Here goes Estrada. One man to beat across the 30. He's brought down all the way into Tiger territory. Beautiful run. He just kept his feet moving, found a hole, and just shot the gap.
20-yard pickup.
It's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Sam Rayburn Texans have found some holes. So we'll flip fields and step aside. Sam Rayburn lead 8-0. Carl, quick thoughts before we step aside.
6 first downs first quarter. 6 to 0. Springwood's first downs. Great quarter by the Texans.
We'll step aside. 8-0 ball game. Texans lead. We'll have more high school football right here on Legacy Sports Network when we return.
Discover how Chevron is fueling America's energy advantage.
Imagine you are her. Or him. Like everyone, a sprain, tear, or nagging ache can set you back. Until your expert orthopedic team at Houston Methodist uses advanced technology to personalize a treatment plan that's minimally invasive, heals your pain, and gets you back to life on your terms. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you. Houston Methodist. Leading medicine.
Support the Pasadena ISD Education Foundation by purchasing a scoreboard shoutout today. Just text shoutouts 2025 to 51555. Purchasing a shoutout not only supports the foundation, but enters your student into a scholarship drawing.
Start of the second quarter. Welcome back here to Veterans Memorial Stadium. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies here on a Thursday night, week 1 of 2025 season. Sam Rayburn, their second offensive series, will take over 1st and 10 from their Tiger 28-yard line. There's a fumble. Rivas able to wrap it up. It's going to be a loss, a good gain. It'll make it 2nd and long. But up until that mistake there, we've been able to see Sam Rayburn really run the ball, especially in that last play of the first quarter to kind of open things up here to
Estrada
start the first half.
Estrada, 9 carries, 51 yards. 8-yard loss on the bad snap, 2nd and 18.
They're lit up front. Rodolfo Hernandez, Gabriel Balboa under center. Eduardo Aguilar, right guard, Darrell Randall, and right tackle Christian Mendez. Rivas will take the snap, throw left, just ahead of Hooray Jones as Rivas was trying to get rid of it with some pressure from the right-hand side. Tiger defense. That's Noble Thompson. He's been kind of flying all over the ball.
Wolfram up front, nose Alex Rodriguez, Nick Gonzalez, defensive end. Jackal 4, very active in Vrum's linebacker position, and Ian Tello, the other linebacker.
3rd and long here for the Sam Rayburn Texans. They lead 8-0 here. First week, 2025 season, they'll go with their heavy package. Jones will run in motion. They'll hand it off to Estrada. Estrada picks up a nice gain back to...
Great leg drive by Estrada. Estrada's a
line
lot,
to gain.
A lot bigger, a lot stronger this year. Picked up 8 yards going back to the original line of scrimmage. 4th and 10 for the Texans. Estrada now 59 yards on 10 carries. Almost a 6-yard average.
Rayburn's offense is going to stay on the field here. 4th and 10 here. They'll have Jermaine Youngblood out to the left-hand side by himself. We'll send a couple of wide receiver trips. Throw deep pass to the left-hand side. Pass is
50-50
tossed up.
ball. 50-50 ball. Man coverage.
Loses that battle, so the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line.
Nobel Thompson breaks up that pass. Ball over on downs.
So first turnover for the Texans. Comes with 10:20 left to play.
Second quarter, our score, Rayburn 8, Springwood 0. Texans turn the ball over at the 29-yard line. Springwood's in.
Handoff to Manny Rose. He's a strong little guy that's
going to pick up 10 up to the marker. This is going to be their first down for the Tigers.
Here is. Got a little excited there and threw the ball out of bounds.
That's what you do. You get that first down, you get excited.
First down for the Tigers.
He looked like a Metro bus going down the line. He ran through 2 Texans.
39-yard line, 1st and 10 here for the Tigers. He's wrapped up. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Joshua Vela. Great defensive play.
The keys tonight for the Tigers: run the ball to control the tempo, create opportunities for explosive plays, and play fast and physical defense. 9:07 left to play here. 2nd and 10. Morales rolls out to the right-hand side. It's a quick off pass. Passes hauled in by none other than Noble Thompson. Plays both sides of the ball. It's a guy that's just probably been calling his number and name all night, Carl.
Yep.
Picks up about 5 yards or so.
3rd and 5.
Daniel Morales, the junior quarterback for the Tigers. Rolls out to the left-hand side. Short, quick little pass is brought in by Jack LaFleur, but he's wrapped up and brought down. Won't be enough for the first down. So send their punting team on it. You could see the frustration early on for the Tiger offense.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Or did he drop it? Must have dropped it. Back to the line of scrimmage, 4th and 5.
Jack LaFleur back to punt. Snap up, punt away. Be kicked out of bounds, rolls out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Sam Rayburn will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
21-yard punt by LaFleur.
8:38 left to play here in the 2nd quarter. Sam Rayburn scored on their very first opening drive. They took a little over 8.5 minutes. 3 penalties by the Tigers. A couple of conversions on 3rd down are the difference in the ball game. Tigers have had 2 offensive series. First one was a 3-and-out. They're able to move the chains there, but nothing going there for the Tiger offense as Sam Rayburn's offense comes out for their 3rd offensive series. Davis will hand the ball up the middle. And here goes Estrada all the way down to the 42-yard line.
Dragging them Tigers.
Javier Estrada, the senior running back, having himself a first half to open things here for game 1 of the 2025 season. Carl?
Picks up 23. 7th first down for the Texans.
I think the hardest thing about this offense, Carl, too, is being able to capitalize. You're going to hit your gaps. Rivas will hand it off to Vasquez. Vasquez has a nice hold around the 30-yard line. Here he goes across the 20, 15, 10, and he's pushed out of bounds inside the 10 and takes out an ROTC member. He's so patient there. See if we can get a replay of that, but what a beautiful run by Ruben Vasquez. Just, you know, you see sometimes some of these younger guys try to hit the hole too early, but he just lets the play to develop and just follows his lineman and lets the hole open up.
Also great downfield block.
Give credit to the offensive lineman getting down that 2nd, 3rd level. But that's a beautiful run there. We may be coming back. Did you see a flag on that?
Didn't see a flag, but they're bringing it back.
Yeah, maybe it was a flag on the bottom. Yeah, it looks like a ref has put his flag back in his pants down at the 30-yard line. Maybe a holding call on the left-hand side. Maybe that's why the hole is so beautiful, Carl.
Yeah.
It's like it's going to be called against Jermaine Youngblood. That one comes back to the 39-yard line. Be 1st and 10. Excuse me, 1st and about 8.
Picks up 13 yards. It'll be 1st and 7, actually. And like you said, the holds, you know, sprung him loose, got him to the sideline.
Like Rivas will go under center. They'll pass it here, look left, throw left, passes just through the hands of Youngblood. Rivas is a guy who doesn't usually throw, but the throws, he's had some throws on point. Wide receiver coach would always tell you if the ball comes through your hands, it's a little high. And that was the ball up until 10, 15, 20 years ago, Carl. Quarterbacks like Drew Brees, those shorter quarterbacks that have to kind of look up over your 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" offensive lineman. I mean, you got to be able to look up and throw over, but you got to give credit to those shorter quarterbacks.
That's when he was at Westlake.
2nd and 7. Here goes Estrada, just continuing to move his feet.
When he was at Westlake, he had big offensive linemen. When he was at Purdue, he had big offensive linemen.
Hall of Fame quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. 7:32 left to play. If you're just tuning, welcome in here to the broadcast booth. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies on a Thursday night, week 1 of the 2025 season. Got a nice crowd on hand at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Both bands starting to make their way down to the end zones. Make sure to stick around for the halftime shows. 3rd and 1 here. Heavy set. Rivas will hand it off to Vasquez. Excuse me, that's Estrada on the carry. He'll move the chains.
Picks up 3. 8th first down.
Sam Rayburn won the coin toss and took the ball. So they will kick coming back after halftime.
Estrada now 13 carries for 91 yards.
1st and 10 here from the Tiger 30-yard line.
6:50 left here in the second quarter. Still
Rivas will hand it off to Jones on the right-hand side. Jones puts it in sprint mode, and here he goes. See you later. Touchdown, hooray, Jones, a 30-yard run, and you see a little bit of running room, Carl, and then he just puts on the Jets.
And just Benny and the Jets went to the end zone quickly.
14-0. Sam Rayburn now leads the Tigers with 6:38 left to play here in the first half. As a guy that will be not playing just one sport, but probably a couple other sports, including track and field. Now, I don't know if Ray Jones probably runs track, but that's track speed right there.
He went north and south. When he turned the corner, he was gone.
They'll go for 2 here. Rivas hands it off to Estrada. Estrada trying to get the friendly push. Does he get it? Yes, he does. 16-0. Sam Rayburn leads the Tigers with 6:38 left to play here in the first half. Now, that's a playmaker that you have to get the ball in the right hands. Obviously, the Tigers kind of have kept Sam Rayburn in check. Estrada and Vasquez have kind of been in the fold, but when you have a guy that can turn up the field like that, Carl, it makes your offensive running game so much more dangerous. So 6:38, 30-yard touchdown run by Hooray Jones, one of the seniors for the Texans. Then a 2-yard after-point try.
71-yard, 10-play drive.
You got to think this point too. There's the sun's starting to set. We finally just got this shade over. There's a little bit of sunshine in the left side of the end zone on your screen, but you kind of see it from across the field. But you got to think this heat obviously wears, along with that running game, wears down the defense. You think, Carl? Another onside kick is going to be covered up by Trevor Kaler.
The Springwood sideline still in the sun, just about to be covered in shade.
The Texans trying to pull the ball out, but obviously good job there by Trevor Kaler, offensive linebacker, tight end, and halfback junior, part of the hands team. Gotta pick your guys with the best hands on your team, Carl.
If they're gonna onside kick, you gotta get the hands team in there.
16-0 with 6:36 left to play. Morales, junior quarterback, will come out and start 1st and 10. We got another flag to open up this drive.
Offensive lineman went down and then came out of a preset. So it's going to back them up 5. It's going to be 1st and 15.
That's number 72, Alejandro Rodriguez. You work out the first kinks, the kinks in the first game of the year. Just trying to get the timing right, get your quarterback, your offensive lineman down in the same set. Morales will go shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the left will be a keeper option. Pitched out the left-hand side. It's fumbled. Still recovered by Manny Curas.
He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 15.
Springwood's trying to get on the board, down 16-0 with about 6:30 left to play in the first half. They've had a few first downs. Opening drives stalled on a 3-and-out. It's their 4th offensive series. Handoff to Gurez. He's hit low. Good tackle there. The other number 1, Cohen Holiday, defensive back. I remember specifically, Carl, when I was in middle school playing football, we had this little guy that played on the A team in 7th grade. He could take a guy down that was 2 or 3 times his size, just chop him down. And at first you're like, how in the heck is this guy playing defensive back? But he'd chop we had a couple running backs that came in from Hurricane Katrina in middle school, and these guys were probably twice my size, just corn-fed guys, and he'd just knock them down like it was nothing.
Springwoods takes their first time out of the half. Our score, Sam Rayburn 16, Springwood 0, 5:57 to the half.
We'll step aside. Well, more high school football coming up right after this right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
In Texas, with products that are uniquely designed to fit the needs of educators. To learn more, visit www.gcefcu.org.
To view photos from tonight's game, to all the latest news and updates, follow Pasadena ISD on social media.
.57 left to play here in the first half. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. 3rd and 13. Running back screen here. Here's Curez. Wide open field down the left-hand side. Tigers trying to get a man out in front. Man to beat. Here goes Curez all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Beautiful play call by the Tigers offense to move this ball and get something going here on momentum in the first half.
Tigers had the screen set up and let those Texans flow into the quarterback, and the receiver took the ball, takes it down to the 18-yard line.
Beautiful job by Morales to let the play develop. Sometimes you'll see quarterbacks, especially try to throw the ball too soon, but the key for screens, Carl, is letting those defensive linemen try and come after you, and the offense really has to play a role. 1st and 10 here from the 18-yard line. Handoff to Gurez up the middle. He'll get around a nice little block and pick up a nice carry to make it 2nd and manageable. Just over 5 minutes, and the Tigers are looking to knock on the door, down 16-0 with just about 5 minutes left to play. Those of you watching, thanks for tuning in for tonight's ball game. Week 1 of 2025 season. It's always weird when you turn on the TV in week 0, and they call it week 0, but we're officially in week 1. Got a slew of games this weekend for you. 2nd and about 4. You're at 4:33. Morales fumbles the snap and just jumps on the ball. He'll lose a bunch of yards. Not ideal here in the red zone. Just trying to take care of the football. Looks like a little mishap between him and Curez.
Loses back to the 21, loss of 9, team loss of 9.
3rd and long here. Morales goes shotgun formation. He'll roll out right. Look left. Throws a pass. Pass is caught. Beautiful catch by none other than Noble Thomason. Moves the chains and makes it 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line.
Up to the 5-yard line, 16-yard pickup.
That's a
third first down.
There's a beautiful catch. He has some strong hands. A Noble Thomason. 1st and goal here for the Tigers. Morales goes shotgun formation here. It's like the Texans are going to bring some pressure. Inside handoff, and he's met one-on-one. So Cohen brought down by Cohen Holiday. Carl, remind me of the drill. Quarterback, it's like 2 players. They stand on the ground. Coach blows the whistle. They get up and one tackles and the other usually runs.
The Oklahoma drill?
Oklahoma drill, yeah. That's kind of reminds me of Oklahoma drill there. 1-on-1. 2nd and goal here, under 3 minutes. Can he continue shotgun formation here? Fumble on the ground, and the Texans recover. That was recovered by number 42, Nathan Slater. And the Tigers cough it up. Tigers are knocking on the door. Well, they'll call Tigers ball. Wow. Now, sometimes plays you'll see the Texans fall on it, but you got to secure it. The Tigers keep the ball. The Texans will stay on the defense.
3rd and goal, back to the 11.
You got to go for it here. Down 16 with 2:30 left to play here in the 1st half. I was watching some college football this past weekend, Carl, and they implemented the new 2-minute rule where teams get an extra 2 minutes before halftime.
Right.
You like it?
It's interesting. You get it.
I'm a fan of it. I think it makes
strategy involved.
I think it gives the game a little bit more manageable series here. 3rd and goal for the Tigers. Knocking on the door. They'll send Thompson shotgun and hand it off to him, and he's wrapped up and carried. A little bit of chirping at the end of the play. There's a timeout called on the field. Lead by Sam Rayburn.
1:56 left. Going to be 4th and long.
Jack LaFleur came all the way across the field. Noble Thompson will say, look, man, I know you're upset about being stopped, but we need you in this game. We'll have a timeout on the field. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our gold sponsor, Daspit Law Firm, for their support of Pasadena ISD Athletics. Thank you for supporting all of our athletes and coaches. We'd also like to thank our Chick-fil-A, our Press Box food sponsors, Chick-fil-A and Spanky's, for being one of today's Press Box food sponsors. Be sure to pay them a visit and thank them for supporting Pasadena ISD Athletics. You're just tuning in. Welcome in here to the broadcast booth. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies here in week 1, opening week of the 2025 football season. Carl, all we need now is some cooler weather and a pumpkin spice latte.
It's amazing how when the sun went down, it's like 15 degrees cooler now.
Inside and out.
We were sweating bullets a while ago.
Are you a fan of pumpkin spice lattes, Carl?
No, I'm not.
No? You drink coffee?
I do not.
Just a tea guy?
Tea and hot chocolate when it's cold. No coffee.
Oh, I heard. They'll bring out the field goal unit. Here's
Oscar Chavez.
Chavez. Holder Morales.
Going to be a 32-yard attempt for Chavez.
Kick is up. And through the upright. Tigers get on the board.
32-yard field goal, Chavez.
Somebody put up 2 points. Carl.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a third.
Just seeing if you're watching.
16-3 with 1:54 left to play. Tigers able to get something together. Get up on the board. But
after getting down to the 4-yard line, they salvaged it with the Chavez 32-yard field goal. Rayburn now 16, Springwoods 3. That Tiger drive 40 yards, 9 plays. Drive the ball down to the 15-yard line. Oscar Chavez, 32-yard field goal. 1:54 left to halftime.
Chavez set the kick left or right. Just about a minute 54, like Carl said. This ball's going to be taken about the 22-yard line. Whistle's going to be blown dead. A little pushing and shoving. And here we go again, Carl. A little chirping after the play.
A while ago it was high. It's not quite as hot as what it was. It's still chippy though.
These coaches got to get a wrap on. I mean, these players are. I think they're high energy. You know, you get tired of seeing and hitting your friends. Going through walkthroughs. It's not like you have a scout team, but I'm sure it's exciting to get out there and put your helmet down and put your helmet on some numbers. Sam Rayburn will have a $151 to work with. Up 16-3. They'll kick off coming back after halftime. Make sure to stick around for the halftime. We'll have a performance by both dance teams and bands. Work on their halftime shows. Sergio Gonzalez talking to the head umpire down on the field.
The referee at the white cap. They've moved the ball back to the 20-yard line. I don't know if it was the delay of the game or what the 5-yard penalty was, but now they've set the down box.
Rivas will go under center with a heavy formation. They've had some good, successful runs. Hand up the middle. Estrada chopped down, maybe a pickup of about a yard or two. At this point, Carl, you try and put some points up on the board.
Yes,
take your lead into halftime.
Got to build on that lead. Estrada now 92 yards on 14 carries in the first half.
They'll try and go hurry up here with Youngblood and Jones off to the left-hand side, man on man. Try and bring some pressure here. Rivas in the shotgun with 1:21 and the clock continue to tick. Fakes a handoff, quick pass to Jones. Pass is incomplete. So that'll stop the clock. Now 3rd and 9. Rayburn with all 3 timeouts. Tigers with just 2. You got to think here. You run the ball and let the clock run. Kind of flip the field. Tigers have a second opportunity.
Rayburn now 1 of 5 passing. If they get an incomplete pass, Springwoods can try to cut in that lead, 11-point lead or 13-point lead. The Texans have 16-3, 1:16 left.
So hurry up with just 7 seconds on the play clock. They'll get the snap off in time. And the Tigers will call their second timeout of the first half, so they'll allow them just 1 with 1:08 left to play. We'll step aside. Sam Rayburn leads the Tigers 16-3. You're watching high school football right here on the Legacy Sports Network. Minute 08 left to play here in the first half. If you're just joining in, welcome you here to the Prescott broadcast booth. Camera Bunch alongside Carl Thies.
I thought you were going to call me something bad then.
Youngblood
takes it, one hops it.
Bunt up and away. It's going to hit the Tigers. Sam Rayburn recovers.
Hit the the blocking back. He's trying to pick up the block and the ball.
Sam
off him.
Rayburn is going to take over on the 50-yard line. It looked like it hit number 22, Victor Hamilton, the sophomore. Didn't see the ball coming.
24-yard punt into the blocking back. And Sam Rayburn, Johnny on the spot. They're going to get the ball at their own 49-yard line with 59 seconds left.
That's nothing worse than a feeling with less than a minute left. Just a sophomore. Victor Hamilton, number 22, sophomore for the Tigers.
He was going to pick up a block. He wasn't thinking the ball's going to fly and hit him in the shoulder.
Yeah. Well, you see it all the time in college and NFL. Sometimes the blockers aren't paying attention. The ball touches them. The other punting team will jump on it. Rivas hands it up the middle. I believe that's number 9. Alton Castillo, junior running back for the Texans. That's his first carry. We've seen a majority of the touches. Number 7, Javier Estrada.
14 carries for 92 yards.
Ruben Vasquez. We've seen Jones in the mix. There's Ruben Vasquez with the carry. 23 seconds left to play in the first half. Sam Rayburn will call a timeout here. I think at this point, Carl, you'll maybe just take a snap, discuss it over. I mean, going up 13 and a half time is not bad to start things off. Obviously, you maybe take a shot downfield, but you don't want to put yourself in a bad situation.
They definitely don't have a kicking game, but they don't have a real good passing game where you can get chunk 25 yards or 30 yards at a time. So
maybe run that play you gave to Ray Jones earlier.
Yeah. And run, force, run. Hand it to Jones and
let him do his thing. I mean, obviously, sometimes depending on how the defense is lined up, you go back to that play. You kind of keep it in your back pocket, but that's a play that you save for a time like this.
It's going to be 3rd and 4. As Cameron said, 23 seconds left.
Sam Rayburn up 16-3.
No backs. Got three wide.
Empty set here for Rivas. On a 3rd and 4, they'll send Vasquez in motion. Rivas deep pass up the middle. Caught by Jones. Oh, no, excuse me. Ball just to the hands of Jones. Jones thought he hauled it in from that angle.
If he had made that catch, it would have been a spectacular catch without leaving his feet. 4th and 4, 18 seconds left. Texans have to pick up this first down. They don't want to give Springwoods the ball right here close to midfield.
They'll go heavy set here. Rivas will get some pressure from the outside. And he throws it away. Barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. Almost picked up intentional grounding there, but
that's what they're saying. I think it was 1 yard past the. Well, he didn't get past the line of scrimmage. He got it past the down box, but it was not past the line of scrimmage. That's what they're talking about. The side judges come to the referee and.
So the Tigers will have an opportunity with just 9 seconds left.
If it's intentional grounding, it's a spot foul. There it is. It's an intentional grounding, so it's going to be a spot foul where he threw the ball. 5 yards from where he threw the spot. So
the other way?
It's going to be 5 yards. It's going to be a ball over on down.
That's the worst case scenario for the Texans. Run the ball, punt the ball, Carl. Game situational. You know, I understand and I'm not one to critique because I don't coach, but kind of worst case scenario if you're the Texans. Cameron Bunch Carlthy's here. Just 9 seconds left to play here in the first half.
5-yard mark off.
You know, it's kind of like watching a game at home, Carl, and your wife will say, "Hey, how much longer? You know,
Yeah,
just
exactly.
a minute." Well, this last minute's lasted like 15 to 20 minutes between the penalties and timeouts. 1st and 10 for the Tigers, trying to come up with something here before halftime, down 13. Inato Gurez up the middle. Tigers have 1 timeout. Do they burn it? Think they'll let their halftime. After 1 half, Sam Rayburn leads the Tigers 16-3. Carl, before we send into halftime, thoughts on the first half?
Great start by the Texans. 2 scoring drives quick, and Texans lead half 16-3. Great halftime performances by both bands coming your way.
Sam Rayburn capped off a 5-yard touchdown run in their opening drive by Ruben Vasquez, and then a pitch and catch from Malachi Rivas to Jermaine Youngblood to make it 8-0. And then in the second quarter, a 30-yard touchdown run by Hooray Jones. The 2-point after was good after a 2-yard run from Javier Estrada, and then the 32-yard field goal by Oscar Chavez to make it a 16-3 game. Tigers get the ball off after halftime. I think the Tigers have been able to move the ball, but they got to clean up the penalties and take care of the ball. I think that's the difference from them kind of punching in the end zone. But we'll have both bands and dance teams coming up for halftime. Make sure to stick around. We'll have the second half. The marching band's coming up just a little bit. You're watching high school football right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the pride of Springwoods High School, your Springwoods High School Tiger Marching Band. The band president is Raul R.C. Jr. The band vice president is B.N.A. Lopez. Band member of the week is Alexa Sanchez. Guard member of the week is Brett Williams. And section of the week, it's the trumpets. Music is arranged by John Fannin. Drill design by Clayton Harris. Under the direction of Brandon McNeil, Patrick Dykes, Ian Cohn, Stephen Para, Angela Gonzalez, and led by drum majors Ian Stallnaker and Cindy Lara, we proudly present our 2025 production, A Day in the Factory, featuring the music from Pure Imagination from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Cirque dans la Rue by the Plain White Tees, and Fountain Dance and Chandelier from the House of Dancing Water by Benoit Jutros. Drum majors, are your band ready? The Tiger Band would like to give a very special thank you to our amazing Band Booster Club for all their hard work and dedication to our students. Thank you for all that you do. This is the voice of Tiger Band saying how sweet it is to be in Tiger Country.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, we proudly present the award-winning Sam Rayburn High School Texan Dance Team, directed by Karen Abercrombie and Devin Chapa. The Texan Sergeants are Alexandra Pena, Mayra Torres, and Yamalis Silva. The Texan Social Committee officers are Executive Joanna Adame, Isela Calderon, Maria Dives, Gabriela Guevara, Valerie Morales, Secretary Eli Campos, Vice President Matilde Yanes, President Jaylin Enriquez. The dance officers are Lieutenant Ashley Benitez, Lieutenant Cataline Cantau, Lieutenant Belen Gomez, Lieutenant Sarah Linez, Lieutenant Evelyn Manciavez, Lieutenant Alondra Rodriguez, Captain Hazel Garcia, Lieutenant Colonel Morelia Zamudio, and Colonel Miss Angela Maldonado. The Texans of the week are Sofia Garcia and Heidi Mancada. Texan teachers of the week are Laura Daniels and Coach Pardo. This week, the Texans will be performing a kick routine to Bad Guy.
halftime entertainment from Sam Rayburn High School is the Mighty Texan Band. Drum majors for the band are Victor Sosa, Jose Loza, and Henry Morales. Now, presenting their 2025 competition production, Bizarre Bazaar. Sam Rayburn High School is proud to present the Mighty Texan Band.
Holding PIC steady, we're all in, we're all hard. Student focus right from the start. We're Pasadena ISD, no place I'd rather be. Making memories, building dreams, and only getting better. Pasadena ISD, many hearts, one beat, many hearts, one beat. From pre-kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, getting ready for life's grand stage. Different schools, but we're on the same team. Best students that you'll ever meet. We're Pasadena ISD, no place I'd rather be. Making memories, building dreams, and only getting better. Pasadena ISD, many hearts, one beat, many hearts, one beat. Yeah, yeah. Pasadena ISD, yeah. From pre-kindergarten all the way to 12th grade, getting ready for life's grand stage. Different schools, but we're on the same team. The best students that you'll ever meet. We're Pasadena ISD, no place I'd rather be. Making memories, building dreams, and only getting better. Pasadena ISD, many hearts, one beat, many hearts, one beat. ISD. Pasadena ISD, no place I'd rather be. Making memories, building ones, and those of Pasadena ISD, many hearts, many hearts, one beat. Yeah.
Welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium. I'm Dr. Tony Lopez, the proud superintendent of Pasadena ISD. Our players, coaches, and fans are committed to being good sportsmen and playing the Texas way.
I made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with the control of self.
I will not let my opponent become my enemy.
I will not cheat or cut corners.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with the control of self.
I will slow my anger down.
I will act based on my standards.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with the spirit of competition. I will prepare myself inside and out.
I will bounce back when I get knocked down.
I will compete with a passion to be my absolute best.
So my question for you is this.
Will you commit to support me the Texas way?
That means having my back.
It means cheering loudly.
But it doesn't mean putting other people down.
It doesn't mean yelling at the ref.
It doesn't mean letting your passion become a distraction.
My actions are about more than just me.
It's about representing the name on the front of the jersey and the name on the badge.
Let's make some noise for your Texans.
And have fun while I'm doing it.
I made a commitment to play the Texas way.
Welcome back to the second half here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies here as we get this set, the second half underway. Get you a little quick first first half recap, excuse me. If you're just joining us, welcome back into the broadcast booth. Sam Rayburn won the toss and started with a opening drive that took up over a little 8.5 minutes. That was capped off a 5-yard touchdown run by Ruben Vasquez. The 2-point conversion was good with an 8-yard pass catch from Malachi Rivas to Jermaine Youngblood to make it 8-0 with 3:23 left in the first quarter. Sam Rayburn Texans will get the ball back and score off a 30-yard touchdown run by Hooray Jones. A 2-point after was good by Javier Estrada. 154, Oscar Chavez kicked a 32-yard field goal to make it a score of 16-3. Sam Rayburn will kick off here, left to right, to start things off here in the third quarter. Sam Rayburn in the Houston Baby Blue uniforms with white lettering and numbers. The Springwood Tigers in their white uniforms with the yellow trim. Sam Rayburn, a high kick, onside kick. It's going to be touched by the Texans first. So another onside kick. We've seen the kicking game for the Sam Rayburn Texans. They really haven't kicked it off to the Springwood Tigers. And the referees will talk things over here. I don't think it touched the Tigers players, but it's been an interesting kicking special teams for the Sam Rayburn Texans.
I think after it worked the first time, they're going to try to kick it until they got the hands team in there now, but I think they're going to try to kick it onside until to try to get quick turnover by the Tigers.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers as they come out of halftime. We got just a quick first half recap there. The Texans have led this entire game. We'll see. The Tigers offense led by junior quarterback Daniel Morales. The big story of the first half for the Tigers were just penalties and turnovers. Had a couple stretches where they were down there knocking on the door, Carl. A couple of fumbles backed them up and able to come away with some points. But in a tight
Well, in that
stretch.
first drive, they had 3 penalties for 35 yards to aid that first drive, 75-yard, 16-play drive.
Head umpire will come over to talk to the Sam Rayburn coaching staff. Sun officially down. A little bit of a breeze. Now looking much cooler. Definitely cooled off here.
It's very comfortable. It was very, very toasty up here. We need to be flipped 3 or 4 times.
87 degrees. Chance of rain later this evening.
Well, if it was 87, it's 87 now. It was 97.
Yeah, the high today was 97. Does feel like 97 outside, but with the slight breeze, I'm sure much more manageable. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Handoff up the middle. Pickup of a couple to start things here in the 3rd quarter.
That's Kierzos again. He's going to get 2 yards to the 47.
Carl, if you're head coach for the Tigers, what's your message to your team at halftime?
Score first possession. Don't punt. Go down and score. Make this a game.
Morales leading the Tigers, trying to get them back within a 1-possession game, 2-possession game right now. 2nd and 8 from the 37-yard line to send a man in motion. Morales looks left, quick 5 and out. Pass is caught and brought in by Nobles. Noble Thomasnell.
Going to get 2 more to the 45.
3rd and manageable here with 11:05 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. If you're just joining us, welcome back here to the broadcast booth at Pasadena Veterans Memorial Stadium in Pasadena, Texas. Week 1 of the 2025 season. Excellent crowd on hand tonight. A couple of good performances by the Sam Rayburn Texans band and dance team, along with the Springwoods Tiger dance team. You practice all summer, wait for moments for week 1.
3rd and 6 for the Tigers.
Morales takes a snap, looks right, throws right, deep pass intended. It's going to be almost intercepted. Broken up just out of the hands. Cornerback for the Texans, number 19.
Corey Smith broke inside. Quarterback Morales threw outside.
Looks like the punting team's going to come on here.
4th and 6 from
midfield territory.
45-yard line. Morales now 4 of 6 for 69 yards passing.
Jack LaFleur back to punt for the Tigers. Back to receive for the Texans. Jacob Martinez. Ball's going to be punted, bounce, taken from the 5-yard line. Here's Martinez across the right-hand side. He's going to be wrapped up and swallowed up.
40-yard punt by LaFleur, 7-yard return.
That was a return by Jacob Martinez. So the Texans will have their first offensive series here in the 2nd half.
10:15 left in 3rd quarter. Rayburn 16, Springwoods 3. As Cameron said, return the ball to the 12-yard line, 1st and 10 for Texans.
The Texans have had some success on offense tonight, running the ball. Touchdowns by Hooray Jones and Ruben Vasquez. Seen Estrada in the mix. They'll send Estrada in motion and hand it up the middle.
He's going to go over 100 yards on that run right there. Going to be short of the 1st down. Going to pick up 9.
Daniel Saucedo is going to be in the mix. Sophomore running back. We've also seen Alton Castillo, junior running back, in the mix. Just 1 carry tonight.
Estrada now 15 carries for a 101 yards, 2nd and 1.
Hand off to Aaron Prado, and he's going to carry it all the way down to the 30-yard line. Jermaine Youngblood.
It's Prado's first carry.
And Julian Robles, a little bit of chirping going on there after the play. That moves the sticks.
Picks up 7. 10th first down for the Texans.
1st 10 from the 28-yard line. 9:19. We got an injured player down on the field. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our Pasadena ISD Athletic major sponsors. Our gold sponsor is Daspit Law Firm. Silver level sponsors are Chevron, the Pasadena Refinery, Houston Methodist, Gulf Coast Educators Federal Credit Union, U.S. Law Shield, and the Pasadena ISD Education Foundation. Thank you for your continued support of Pasadena ISD Athletics. Player's able to get up to his feet. Obviously, this time of the season, Carl, you have as you drink your water there, you got to hydrate.
You got to hydrate. That's it. They got so many Gatorades, Powerades, all the nutrition.
You see these Ray Jones down there, all the way down by the field, kind of stretching out the ham. You make sure you prevent that cramping. This is really the time to hydrate.
Yeah, first 3 or 4 weeks, it's really important, stretching and get hydration. Get fluids in your body.
That's where the strength and conditioning comes in. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Rivas goes under center. You hand off to the right-hand side. And here goes Saucedo all the way down across the 50-yard line. Hello, Daniel Saucedo, the sophomore running back with his longest carry of the night so far.
Yeah, his second carry, he says, I want the rock, coach.
And there's been kind of the story of the first half. They just kept pounding inside, but every once in a while they'll hit the outside gap. And you got to have, if you're an offensive coordinator who likes to run the ball, you have to be patient in that aspect. Obviously, you want your defensive coordinator to fill the box, but Sam Rayburn's done a good job of being patient to hit the outside. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 43-yard line. Hand off to Estrada. Estrada's going to be brought all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Picks up 7. And obviously, if Rayburn scores now, puts it up to 3-possession game.
2nd and short here with 8:22. Another thing, too, they're just eating that clock up. Hand off to Raymond Zabala. Listed as an inside linebacker. Sharing the ball a little bit here in the second half. And I think it makes it hard, too. I mean, when you get a couple of guys, the 3 big guys that they leaned on heavily in the first half was Jones, Estrada, and Vasquez. But you get some guys in the fold here. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Hand off to Marion Youngblood. That's Jeremy Rion Youngblood. Believe the younger brother of Jermaine Youngblood. Trying to confirm that. His first carry of the night. Pick up about 6. Less than 7.5 minutes. Sam Rayburn trying to tack on some insurance points here. Rivas hands off. To Daniel Saucedo, who just had that big run to bring the ball into Tiger territory.
Saucedo short of mark. We got 2 players down. Saucedo for 3 yards, 3 carries now, 32 yards.
Make sure to visit ellisonsports.com for our coverage of high school sports. Carl, you got a couple games this weekend. Tomorrow you are
at Freedom Field for one of the top games in the Houston area. I have Summer Creek from Humble ISD going down to Alvin Freedom Stadium to face the Shadow Creek Sharks. Be one of the top games in.
Never been there, but I've heard good things.
Awesome,
gorgeous facilities.
Great facility.
Back when I used to call, when I was going to school up at Sam Houston, I called some Grapeland Sandy football. You ever heard of Grapeland?
Definitely have.
When I showed up to the radio station and said, "Hey, what's up with the story?" I always like to figure out their mascots. Well, they were the Sandies. And all they said were, go to the parking lot and you'll see. It was nothing but sand lot.
There you go. they were thinking and thinking and thinking, and couldn't come up with anything. Where the Sandys.
3rd and short here. Handoff up the middle is going to be enough for the first down, and then some. Fumble on the play. Looks like Sam Rayburn's going to recover.
Up to the 13-yard line.
That was Raymond Sabala, sophomore inside linebacker. We've had 5 different guys touch the ball.
13th first down.
Got our first timeout of the. We got a timeout on the field. No timeout. 1st and 10. Inside the 15. Called the 14-yard line. 6:53 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Rivas will go under center. It's a ball in the backfield. Hand off to Youngblood. Youngblood gets wrapped up. Gang tackle, gets some offensive linemen behind him, trying to get the push.
Push.
You see? Did you see?
Not quite like the Eagles do it.
Over the summer, the NFL they had a vote to ban the tush push, and it lost. So they're still going to be able to do the tush push. For those of
Eagles and Jalen Hurts are happy.
For those of you that are not familiar, the Philadelphia Eagles NFL team, notorious
that won the Super Bowl,
for lining up under center and having a couple fullbacks push the quarterback right behind the offensive lineman.
And all those big uglies push.
Ooh, and that's a linebacker hit from Jack LaFleur. It's like flattening a pancake. Gave Daniel Sacido something to fill tomorrow morning. Saturday film session.
He picked up one in the bruise.
5:42. Cameron Munch alongside Carl Thies here on a Thursday night, week 1 of 2025 season. Third down here. Hand up the middle. Touchdown, Texans. That's Javier Estrada. On a 3rd and 5. Punches it up the gut. Sam Rayburn now leads 22-3 with 5:25 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. I believe it was a 7 or 8 yard touchdown run.
Estrada now 17 carries for 117 yards.
So 5:25. First touchdown run for Estrada. They'll go under center formation. Rivas goes quick pass. We saw this earlier. Brought in by
Youngblood again.
Youngblood. It's the same exact play they ran.
Jermaine, the older brother.
Back in the 1st quarter. And the Texans now lead 24-3 with 5:25. And here come the Texans flag crew. It's always funny. They got the mascot running out in front.
Hey,
and then
the Texan flag crew, they don't normally get tired. They're getting tired tonight. running.
Trying to work on their timing. There's a good shot there. Obviously you're wearing the mascot. Obviously that's a little bit more headgear to wear than the flag crew running behind you.
They're running up and down the field, and they're not used to running 3 times up and down the field.
So 24-3, 5:25 left to play. We'd like to thank our gold sponsor, Daspert Law Firm, for the support of Pasadena ISD Athletics. Thank you for supporting all of our athletes and coaches.
.88-yard 10-play drive. Take 5.5 minutes off the clock. Again, our score: Rayburn 24, Springwoods 3. Another onside kick.
This time recovered by Springwoods.
Got the hands team in there again, and kid did a good job of covering it. At midfield, Springwoods start their second possession at the midfield mark.
5:22 left. Carl down 21 points. Springwoods has to get something going. We haven't seen much of their offense. We saw some little flashes here and there, but haven't been able to really capitalize and punch the ball into the end zone.
Morales 4 of 6 passing for 69 yards, and then Kuros has 26 yards rushing on 7. That's all the offense the Tigers have.
Morales goes to the air. Oh, just through the hands of their number 1 wide receiver, Noble Thompson. We got an injury timeout. Both these teams will look to their second week. Next week, Springwoods. Their next game will be on September 5th against Houston Northbrook. For the Sam Rayburn Texans, they're going into some non-district play, but really this is a tough district. District 22, 6A, you have Pearland, Manville, Dawson, a couple of the Pasadena schools, Sam Rayburn, South Houston, get some district foes, but I think it does a couple of things. I think for these inner city schools, it gives them a little bit of variety, but it gives you some different teams to play that you're not too familiar with, which I'm a fan of a district realignment every couple of years based upon population. And when you get into the logistics of things, these Pasadena schools that are 6A, they're kind of a smaller 6A.
Exactly.
So it wouldn't say necessarily hard to compete with these other districts that have just two, 3 high schools and have more of a majority to play.
I've got I do work on Friday nights normally in 23 6A, and that's the North Shore, Atasco, C, King, Summer Creek district. They've got all those schools have high 3,000s and low 4,000s enrollment.
We're talking about high school, Carl. I mean, my graduating class was 455. And this was back in 2011, but you know the senior classes just keep getting bigger and bigger. I think it's harder for some of these smaller 6A schools. You know, when it comes to the playoff times, and credit no disrespect to any of the smaller 6A schools, but it's difficult in the city of Houston. I mean, there's so much talent within just a 20-mile radius from all the way north as Conroe to Willis, all the way south as, you know, to Alvin. You know, we've seen those schools, but it's just, it makes the pedigree of football so good. 39 handoff inside here. Not much going there. The helmet comes off. Number 11, Chris Rodriguez.
That's his first carry.
The Tigers just looking to get something going, but can't really kind of come up with a stalemate here in the third quarter. 4:26. If you just joined us, welcome into the broadcast booth. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies. Week 1 of the 2025 season. Big crowd on hand tonight. Sam Rayburn Texans.
LaFour in the punt. Last time boomed a 40-yard punt.
I mean, as far as crowds go, Carl, you usually see Thursday, Friday, Saturday slate games. Thursdays and Fridays are usually the heavy crowd favorite.
Thursdays are sort of light because you got so many other school items going on.
Yeah.
Saturday's all over the place. Saturday depends on which college colleges are playing.
Yeah.
And what time they're playing on TV, so that's going to affect some of the crowds on Saturday.
Yeah, but I would say probably Fridays are the best crowd nights.
Very, very much so. And
regular season, or non-playoff. What's the best crowd you've seen in recent years?
Well,
top three.
Every Friday night, Katy High School, they've got 6,000 season ticket holders.
Jeez.
It's 10,000 every home game for them.
Wow.
North Shore, when they're playing good teams, it's full house, 11,000.
Wow. I know here, Veterans Memorial, I think it's 12,700 or something like that.
Right. Well, and this place will fill up when Rayburn and Pasadena have the Pride Bowl.
Yeah.
So now that they're in different districts, it's going to be a non-district game.
4th and long here. The Tigers bring out their punting unit. Snap up and away. Punt's going to be up and away. Here's Martinez. Let that ball go out of bounds. Jack LaFleur with the punting duties tonight. He's done a good job
30-yard.
Forcing the ball out of bounds.
30-yard out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
First and 10 for the Texans as they lead 24-3 with just under 4 minutes left to play. So those of you that just joining us, Sam Rayburn got the ball first back in the first quarter. They drove down the field and took 8.5 minutes. They scored first by a 5-yard touchdown run by Ruben Vasquez. He's met way behind the line. 2-point conversion was good from Jermaine Youngblood to Malachi Rivas. Make an 8-0 game. Rayburn's got the ball back in the second quarter. And Hooray Jones scored off a 30-yard touchdown run with 6:38. 2-yard point after attempt, 2-point attempt was good off a 2-yard run by Javier Estrada. And then the Tigers not able to capitalize just before halftime. They kicked a 32-yard field goal by Oscar Sanchez to make it 16-3 going into halftime. And here he goes. This is Alton Castillo taking it all the way down into Tiger territory. And Carl, they're just opening up their playbook.
Yeah. Springwood's defensive line is just gassed now. Castillo picks up to the other 48. 42-yard pickup by Castillo.
We haven't really seen him. We didn't really see him in the first half, but I think if you're Sam Rayburn, Sergio Gonzalez, this is a time now where you open up your backfield and let some guys get some snaps. First and 10 from the 48-yard line. Here's Jones on the right-hand side. He's going to be wrapped up, and here he goes. He just keeps on moving his feet.
Churning.
It's a guy that's next level. He's going to come up hobbling.
Picks up 5.
Injured player down on the field. Make sure to visit ellisonsports.com and follow us on our social media pages. Coverage of local high school sports. Big thanks to the production team in-house here at Veterans Memorial Stadium for camera work. And thank you for tuning in. If you're just joining in, Sam Rayburn, it's been all Texans football tonight as they open week 1 of the 2025 season. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies. You know, kind of wake up the first week and, you know, you start trying to look at your schedule and look at your calendar for the week ahead. Carl, it's kind of like getting ready for Christmas.
It is. Tomorrow night on LSN Network, lsnsports.com, Klein Bearcats at Oak Ridge, Grand Oaks at Spring Lines, St. John's High, St. Thomas, North Shore, Dallas South Oak Cliff, Baytown Lee South Houston, and Summer Creek, Shadow Creek. That's a game on.
43-yard line. Handoff up the middle to the right-hand side. That's a first down from Raymond Zabala. I think comfortable lead, Carl. They're letting some of these third and fourth string guys get in the mix. Tiger defense starting to look a little fatigued. Still feels like 96 degrees outside. can imagine it could be hotter than that on the turf. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Fumble, Rayburn trying to recover. They'll continue to run the clock with 1:45 left to play. Takeaways from the Sam Rayburn offense tonight so far.
They just look like a different team. The linemen are coming off the ball. They've really avoided any turnovers. Only 2 mishandled. That was the second fumble. They didn't lose either of them.
I think it all starts up front, kind of like you said. You have a senior, Eduardo Aguilar, big fella, kind of leading the charge. Reeves is going to take a keeper here, throw a little jump pass to his running back, Daniel Saucedo. I'm loving the running game, but you know that teams are going to capitalize. They're going to watch film. They're going to kind of key in on some guys. What do you think this offense is capable of kind of opening up its playbook for passing? When you have a run-heavy team, that's the only thing. When you key in, defenses are going to fill the box. So
that's
it's kind of a playing a game of chess and checkers. But
that's a big thing in this district. These non-district games, they're able to move the ball, but some teams in their district, Rayburn district, they're going to stack the box on. They're going to have to throw to move the ball.
Run up the middle by Raymond Zabala. Trying to continue to move the sticks here on a 2nd down. Excuse me, that's
3rd down.
3rd down. It may be a 4th and about 7. We'll call it 6, Carl. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Reeves, the shotgun scrolling around, throws a pass. It's going to be caught. Here's Luis Arredondo, shaking, baking, still on his feet. He dives for the end zone.
30-yard pitch and catch. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Luis Arredondo. This one could be coming back, though. There's a couple of flags on the 25-yard line.
Yeah, illegal downfield.
Block.
Got one of the big boys going down, acting like a tight end with the tackle or guard number.
And you can see I think it's number 2 there for the Springwood Tigers. Trevor Kaler, outside linebacker, getting taken out by one of those offensive linemen. Nothing worse than getting, a block in the back, but that's happened to me. And there's, it was middle school, but it knocked the wind right out of you.
So 4th and 12 from the 35.
You ever been blocked in the back, Carl?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We won't talk about it.
Probably a couple of times in growing up with your brothers.
That was back when we had leather helmets.
There was no concussion protocol.
There was they didn't even know what concussions were.
You see Tweety Bird and you just throw some dirt on it and get back in there.
That's right. Spit on it, throw dirt on it. Who needs a bandage?
There was no training staff. You were your own training staff.
That's it. If you were lucky.
As long as you could stand up, right?
Tigers in the neutral zone, 5-yard penalty. They get the 5 yards back. Now it's back to 4th and 7. The scrimmage at the 30-yard line.
Carl, what's your fondest memory of getting hurt growing up?
I only got really hurt really bad once. I was playing defensive end, and my defensive tackle fell on my knee, and it was didn't do cartilage, but I think it was the wool fell on that knee.
I was playing linebacker.
He was a big boy.
In middle school, in 8th grade, and got pushed into the back from this linebacker going opposite field or this fullback, and stuck my arm out and broke my wrist in half. That was the end of my football career. 4th and 6 here. Hand off to Alton Castillo, and he's going to be short. It'll be a turnover on down. Springwoods, the opportunity with about 13 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. As we flip the field here, Carl down 3 possessions, not knocking it out, but
only question is, can Springwoods put together a touchdown drive? Got some substitutions in for both teams. Rayburn's got some new players on defense.
Daniel Morales still in the game for the Springwoods Tigers. Single man in motion here. 1st and 10 from their own 26. Morales going deep, right across. Here's Towelsonal. Across a 40, here he goes, 35, 30, 20, 25. Foot race to the end zone. He's pushed out of bounds. One big play, that was from the 29-yard line. Goes all the way down. He's marked out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
61-yard pickup.
You ever teach elementary math, Carl?
Yeah, should have.
Come sub at my school sometime.
It's going to be end of the quarter.
All right, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Here are your scoreboard shout-outs.
3.
We'll step aside. You're watching high school football right here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Hi, we're Gulf Coast Educators FCU, a credit union dedicated to serving the financial needs of educators and school employees in Texas. Here you will find all the same products and services of a big bank designed specifically for school employees. As a credit union exclusively for educators, we are committed to investing in our teachers' lives and helping them out in any way we can, both in the classroom and at home. To learn more, visit www.gcefcu.org.
All right, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Here are your scoreboard shout-outs.
Back here to the start of the fourth quarter. Came rush alongside Carl Beast.
Daniel Morales now 5 of 8 passing for 133 yards. Got him down in the red zone finally. First, we've got a second going now.
Morales shotgun 2 wide receivers to the left. This is a man in motion here. Tigers trying to punch it in the end zone. They've coughed up a couple opportunities tonight so far. Handoff inside. Picks up a couple there.
Cuervos again. Going to go down to the 5-yard line. Picks up 5. Cuervos now 32 yards on 9 carries. 2nd and 5.
Just under 11:30 left to play. They'll go back to Cueros, and he punches it in. 5-yard touchdown run. Tigers finally punch it in the end zone. Make it a 24-9 ball game, pending the PAT here. They'll bring in the special teams.
Oscar Chavez does the extra point field goal. Chavez in the game. They are going to attempt the field goal. Daniel Morales, the holder. Chavez earlier, 32-yard field goal toward the end of the second quarter.
Trying to cut it with
high
snap.
Center pass.
The snap came over the head. He's just going to jump on it. See those plays, Carl? They the bad snap, and they
and
pick up the ball, and then they just start running around the field. Pee-wee usually,
do you remember who Gerald your premium is? That was, you just need to look in the old video watching the Super Bowl when he took a high snap and he was trying to be a passer, and he threw the ball and it looked like a retarded player throwing it. That was one of the highlights of Super Bowl follies.
11:19 left to play, makes it a 15-point game, so still a 3-possession game.
Quick 3-play, 76-yard drive, 64-yard pass down to the 10. Well, the onside kick now. Rayburn's got some of the hands guys in there. Springwood's stacked up, so kicking it away.
Ball will bounce the 25-yard line. It's going to be handled by Jones. Jones making a cut across the 50, 41 man to beat. He's going to be trot down all the way inside the 30. Talk about track speed.
48-yard return. They're going to mark it at the 30-yard line. Jones picked up 2 good blocks, made a great cut. 1 man to beat, and made the tackle at the 30-yard line. 11:08 left in our contest. Rayburn flips the field, starts at the Tiger 30-yard line.
First and 10 from the 30. Here's Aaron Prado. One of the running backs getting in the fold tonight for the Texans.
Second carry, we got an injury. Prado picks up 7.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our gold sponsor, Daspit Law Firm, for the support of Pasadena ISD Athletics. Thank you for supporting all of our athletes and coaches. Springwood's next game will take place on September 5th at Houston Northbrook.
That's a neighborhood rivalry.
It'll follow up a week and a half after that on September 18th, Houston Waltrip. Then Houston Sharpstown, followed at Galena Park, then back at home against Houston Westbury.
That's in district play. They're starting district quick.
That's October 9th, the Houston Westbury game. Believe it or not, September's just around the corner.
Yep.
Came a lot faster than you think. Second and short here for the Texans. 10:46 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Wherever tuning, thank you for tuning in tonight's ball game. Big thanks to our production crew in-house. Handoff to the Texans.
Saucedo again.
Here comes Saucedo across the right-hand side all the way inside the 10-yard line. There's a fumble on the play. Was it recovered by the Tigers? Yes, it was. Fumble from Saucedo.
Saucedo.
And you can hear somebody banging upstairs. Well, if that was a band, Carl, or coach's booth is just above our booth.
Right. And there was somebody getting excited. I don't know if he was dancing or about to jump off the top.
Yeah, excited or not happy, one of the two.
It wasn't a two-step he was doing, I promise you.
10:31 now. Score was 16-3 at halftime. Sam Rayburn has scored once back in the third quarter. Tigers able to get in the end zone off a 5-yard touchdown run. The PAT was no good with a snap over the holder. Daniel Morales. It was a 5-yard touchdown run by Manny Correz. But it was Noble Thomasonal who had a catch and pitch. They kind of set up that touchdown drive, so the Tigers will be 1st and 10, starting deep in their own territory. Now, clock management is something you have to kind of work against. Sam Rayburn's, at some points tonight, Carl, have been able to kind of really eat up some clock, especially in that first drive. They took a little over 8.5 minutes, but besides that, they really haven't gone back to the traditional run-heavy offense.
They were just running straight at them. It wasn't no tricks. It was just straight at them. Can you stop us? Tigers going to start at their 8-yard line. No gain on first play. Second and 10. Still at the 8.
Morales on the shotgun. They'll send Noble Thomasonal in motion. They'll fill the box. Tigers got to be careful here. There's a little bit of pushing, shoving. Some offense and defensive linemen. The plays are trying to separate, but the referee's got to get in there sooner. The head umpire is going to walk a player off.
Very good decision by the official. He
walk him out.
Walk him out, not toss him out, not give him a penalty. Just got young man just needs to take a break, take 2 or 3 plays off.
Cohen Holiday threw his helmet off and kind of walked down the yard line. Another player's going to pick up his helmet, but cool off here. Morales, here's the screen that ran earlier. Here goes Kierez across the left-hand side. Fumble. Excuse me, no fumble on the play. Looks like he had lost the ball for a second, but just got popped in the numbers. Yeah.
He bobbled it, didn't fumble it, but he was juggling it.
We saw that play work really well earlier, but
Rayburn did a good job.
Sniffed it out.
They knew after getting burned on it for 65 yards last time. Did a good job of getting in the flat.
It's like having a newborn. Sniffing it out, Carl, right?
Picks up 6, 4th and 6. LaFleur in the punt again. 5th punt of the game for LaFleur.
If you've ever had kids, you know what I'm talking about, right, Carl?
Yeah, I just
over the
pass
snap. They'll be back in the end zone, and it'll be a safety.
Yep.
It's unfortunate for Jack LaFleur, but the deep snapper.
High snap over the punter's head. Goes out of the back of the end zone.
Springwoods, the long snapper, Trevor Kaler, way over the field, and it'll be a safety. So Sam Rayburn now 26, Springwoods 9, with just under 8 minutes left to play.
So Springwoods will be free kicking from their own 20. So Rayburn's going to get the ball to build on a 26-9 lead. 7:59 left in the contest. So they can free kick. They can need a punt, or looks like he's got the tee.
7:59. Sam Rayburn leads Springwoods 26-9. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies. Oscar Chavez back to kick. Assuming he'll kick off here. And he does. The ball's going to be taken 32-yard line. Here's Jones. Jones patiently waits. Here he goes across the right-hand side. See you later. 30, 25, 20.
68-yard touchdown.
10-5 touchdown. Hooray, Jones.
Free kick return. He's going to get a penalty.
Beautiful patience by the senior. Hooray, Jones just lets the blockers go where they need to and then puts it in track speed.
68-yard kickoff return.
My goodness, I'd love to see a replay of that. You know, this is a guy that they used 2 years ago. You know, 2 years ago, I think Ray Jones takes that ball and runs it straight up the middle, Carl.
Right.
But just his patience and vision for upfield. You know, we've been talking about it all night, but his track speed, but it's his patience that lets the play to develop. Obviously,
Right.
You got to win on all three phases of the game.
He's learned how to use his blocking, and he's.
I mean, when you have a guy that has speed, you know, when you run north to south,
He's got speed. He's got speed the Tigers don't have. Tigers need to get on a motorcycle or a bicycle to chase him. Oh, we got two in motion. Looks like Canadian football.
7. You scream Canadian football, Carl?
They were. The Tigers were confused. I promise you.
7:45 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Man, what a run there by Ray Jones. That's my highlight play of the night. That is his 30-yard touchdown run earlier.
That's Ray Jones' dad right there. He was excited on that.
I'd be down there hooting and hollering too.
Yeah, he's still hooting and hollering.
Here's Rivas, rolls out for the two-point conversion, hesitates, and he's dropped.
He hesitated too long.
Good wrap-up by Trevor Kaler, the outside linebacker. Good play to stop the Sam Rayburn Texans. They've converted on almost every two-point conversion tonight. And here goes the Texans flag crew, Carl.
Hey, they're getting a workout in. There's 2 or 3 of those young lads are going to lose a little bit of weight tonight, whether they like it or not.
And here's an instant replay here by Daspert Law Firm. Justice for the injured.
And watch Jones chunks that ball up.
Was it worth it, Carl?
It was worth it, and the referee was trying to fair catch it. There's nobody else around.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's like one of those things, you know, too. On a 68-yard punt return or kick return,
yeah,
you have a little moment.
Well, he was like the official was going to try to catch it, and he was like going to call unsportsmanlike on him, and he was digging in that pocket, and he just couldn't do it.
32-9. Sam Rayburn leads the Springwoods Tigers.
Springwood's still got the hands team in there. They're thinking that Rayburn's going to onside kick again with the 23-point lead.
Got a big fella in there. Jesus Soto, one of the seniors there. Right inside is a squib kick it.
Free
Ball's
ball.
going to be back to the
No,
2-yard line.
It's not a good deal.
And they're going to just jump on it. Good kick there by the special teams. Sebastian Poole just jumps on it. A little bit of
If he lets it go in the end zone,
extracurriculars down on the field.
if he lets it go in the end zone, he gets it up to the 25. And
You know, I don't know if that ball was going in the end. It was coffin cornered it.
yeah, he didn't
I
want
know
to
that's
take
a
chance.
punting term, but
Down to the 2-yard line. Could we have another safety? Springwood's backed up against their own 2-yard line.
They just paid for it from a safety and then a 68-yard kick return. Morales in the shotgun will hand it straight up the middle, get some insurance room. And he's just swarmed up and wrapped up by the big fella.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
That's number 93, Julian Montalongo, junior defensive tackle. Swallowed him up and threw him down like a rag doll. It's one way you don't want to go down is by a defensive lineman.
Do you think Jack Floor wants to punt 8 yards deep in the end zone again?
Nope. Morales hands it off. Wide receiver sweep on the left-hand side. Here's Noble Tomlinson. Some insurance room, picks up enough for the first down, moves the chains. He's a guy they got to get going. He's
87 yards receiving.
Quick speed.
That's his first positive carry. Picks up 14 yards up to the 16. 5th first down for Spring Woods. Just under 7 minutes left.
First and 10 from the 16-yard line. Hand off to the right-hand side. Curas. Pickup of about 4 on the play, 3 on the play, 2nd and 7.
Is the drum line coming closer to us?
It does sure sound like it, Carl. 2nd and 7 here for the Tigers. Springwood's trying to get something going here late in the 4th quarter. Hand off, another inside, bounces off the tackle. Nice carry. I give credit to this running back. He continues to lower his head and bounce off tackles. Just think size-wise, Sam Rayburn's has been really physical up front. Starting with Julian Montalongo. The screw up front for the Sam Rayburn team. Junior.
Kira is now 43 yards on 15 carries.
We're back. The inside game, just nothing going there. Just enough for the first down. Down 23 with 5:25 left. Are obviously just trying to piece together a drive. You do give credit to the Sam Rayburn Texans defense tonight. They've done a good job holding this offense. We've had a couple explosive plays, but they've been able to kind of bounce back and kind of put them in check.
Take away those 2 explosive plays. They played really well all night.
Morales, quick pass out of the left-hand side. Pass broken up by Youngblood, a younger Youngblood brother, Jermaine.
Morales now 6 of 10 passing, 139 yards.
Excuse me, the older Youngblood brother. A couple guys that play both sides of the ball. Second and 10 here from the 26-yard line. Handoff inside. Here is bounce off a couple tackles. Pickup of about 5 or so. He keeps running. Excuse me, just can't bring him down. From a 2nd and 3rd and 5 to a pickup of about 11 yards. Keep moving your legs, young man.
He's like the Energizer Bunny. He ain't done yet. And he won't be arm tackled. Gonna have an add-on. out on 15-yard penalty. Rayburn's fourth penalty for 45. Moves the ball all the way to the Rayburn 48-yard line. 8th first down for the Tigers.
4:15 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies. Morales takes the snap, handoff, reverse to the left-hand side. Here goes Noble Tomlinson. Stutter steps and lowers his shoulder, pops his head off.
No, helmet off, not his head off.
Helmet, thank you, Carl. That would be unfortunate.
Yeah. And no, his head was not in his helmet.
Yeah.
His head was on his shoulders.
It's like the Adam, what's that little, that guy from the Addams Family?
Yeah. Picks up 16.
First and 10 from the 32-yard line. Woods goes back inside. It's going to be a flag on the play. Play's called dead. It's going to be a false start. Leave on the offense. Exactly 4 minutes left to play. First and long. Exactly 4 minutes left. Sam Rayburn leads Springwoods 32-9. Morales, quarterback pitch out of the right-hand side. Iguris is going to be lit up there by Raymond Zabala. Way behind the line of scrimmage. Got an injured player. Jones looks like he's cramping up. Yeah. Jones able to walk off the field. So that's good news. Second and long for the Springwoods Tigers. 3:30 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Cameron Bunch alongside Carl Thies. Wherever you're watching, we hope you've enjoyed tonight's ball game. Pass intended.
High pass from Morales. Incomplete.
Number 5, Corey Smith. Offense is kind of stalled out here in the second quarter, Carl. I do credit to Sam Rayburn defense. They've just been super physical up front. I mean, Springwoods, they've had a couple of nice plays, but you take away a couple of those explosive plays, like you said earlier, and they played a pretty clean game defensively. Morales is going to be sacked. Number 0, Jules Beard-Acuna gets his first sack of the 2025 season. It's going to be 4th in a parking lot here for the Tigers.
Loses 9. It's going to be 4th and 24.
How many parking spots can you fit in 24 yards, Carl?
3.
Horizontally or horizontally or vertically?
Vertically. I just wrote lost on that one. Maybe found.
It's been good to be back in the booth. Both these teams will have non-district foes next week. We get a timeout. With 2:40 as Springwoods calls a timeout. Takeaways from tonight's game so far for the Texans.
I think Texans are better, both offensively and defensive lines. If they stay healthy and not having to play both ways, they're going to be much better this season. Springwoods needs to reach out to some of their old athletes and get some move-ins into that Spring Ranch ISD.
Well, I think
maybe Kim Folks or Roger Clemens.
Sam Rayburn, I think they look. I mean, they definitely look a lot physical, but I think it helps when you have a big group of younger guys. This is a team that's been young the past couple of years.
That's it. These kids
they're senior. They play together. When you have a group core come back,
that's the difference.
I think I want to wrote it down. Sam Rayburn had
for you. Houston Methodist.
Those kids have been playing 2 and 3 years.
8 or 9 offensive starters come back.
And they've been in the weight room. They're much more athletic and they're fit. They look good.
Tigers will go for it here on a 4th and long. Here's Morales, and he's just wrapped up and sacked by Raymond Zabala. So Zabala playing both sides tonight. 2:31 with Sam Rayburn leading 32-9. A little early player of the game for you, Carl. You have to give it to.
Let's do Javier Estrada. That young man picked up a 9-yard touchdown. It goes 117 yards on 17 carries. Really dominated the game in the first half. Had 92 yards in the first half. Keyed both of those, big cog in both of those first 2 touchdown drives.
Green Youngblood.
Was that Youngblood, the sophomore? Or
that was the younger brother, Jeremiah Youngblood. Just over 2 minutes left to play in the 4th quarter. And timeout on the field.
This is one of those deals where they don't get the hot head, don't talk smack, finish the game out. Good move by Coach Gonzalez.
I'd like to take this time to opportunity to thank our Pasadena ISD Athletic major sponsors. Our gold sponsor is Dazzler Law Firm. Silver level sponsor Chevron, the Pasadena Refinery, Houston Methodist, Gulf Coast Educators Federal Credit Union, U.S. Law Shield, and the Pasadena ISD Education Foundation. Thank you for your continued support of Pasadena ISD Athletics. Week 1. Carl?
2 minutes away. This is going to be in the books.
Recap our first half. Sam Rayburn put 2 touchdowns up with 2-point conversions. One from Ruben Vasquez, the other from Ray Jones. Jones had 2 touchdowns tonight. He leads all players with 2 touchdowns. 2nd and 12 here for the Sam Rayburn Texans.
Got 3 people in motion again.
False start.
Not 2, but 3.
You gotta love it. Point.
So they said they drew them off. Said Springwoods drew them off. No, they're backing up now. I thought that tackle was No, yes, they're marking it back. The tackle jumped into them, and they reacted. The defensive tackle from Springwoods jumped into the interior line, and that's when two of them reacted. They're going, "You're not going to hit me in the mouth." Got up and. Second and 7.
Sports Center theme song. My mom went to Disney World once.
Okay.
And she saw the shirt that had the ESPN Sports Center logo, and it said da-na-na, da-na-na, but it said, the letters da-da-da. She goes, "What's da-da-da-da-da-da?" I said, "Mom."
Yeah, ESPN. Was she still trying? Were you going to have her give her more clues?
Well, I wasn't with her. They bought the shirt for me.
Oh, I got you.
But my brother's like, "Oh, it's the Sports Center theme."
Yeah. Ask any 18-year-old kid that's into sports.
Hand off here to Cicito. Here he goes to the right-hand side. 20, 15, 10, 5. Can he get it in? Yes, he can.
He's calling him out at the 1 yard line.
Oh, no.
Picks up 46 yards.
Oh, so he was like
out at the 4-inch line.
This one may be coming back, though. There's a flag all the way along the scrimmage.
Salcedo needs about two tanks of air after making that. I think he dove from about the 8-yard line.
Where's the oxygen tanks, Carl?
Yeah, he needs 2 oxygen tanks, not 1.
Supposed to be backed up. We're beat second down.
He jumped from the 7 or 8 yard line.
Like Michael Jordan Space Jam.
He was going to jam it. I guarantee he was.
He's second and 9 from about the 50-yard line.
He knocked that pylon over, and it's still down.
Think anyone's noticed except us, Carl?
No. No. I promise you the cheerleaders haven't either. There's right beside it.
Second and 9 here. Saucedo back behind. Here's Zabala. Zabala going to the left-hand side and getting around a couple blocks. He's trying to be like Saucedo on the right-hand side. He lowers his head.
That's right.
All the way down.
He jumped from the 15 to the 11.
Raymond Zabala doing a little dance.
And it's coming back. It's coming back. And Saucedo's laughing.
He said, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You want to try to be like me?"
That's right. Watch this. We're gonna have a hold behind the play.
Look, he's still dancing.
And that referee still hadn't picked that pylon up. The white hat's going, "You need to pick that up because Saucedo's going to jump right in that corner."
I'm not going to be able to tell if he got it.
Yeah, he's not going to know whether he's in.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense.
So it's going to be an add-on.
All right. So the
Half
stand
the distance,
runs.
half the distance.
The run stands.
That was Zavala, right?
Yes. Zabala, yeah, Zabala. Listed as an inside linebacker, just a sophomore.
Picks up 37, 6-yard penalty, half the distance to goal.
There's a timeout on the field, Carl.
I think the officials are winded after calling 2 plays back.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the upcoming schedule for both these teams. We'll start with the Sam Rayburn Texans. They have a hefty schedule themselves, but their first game away will be next week at Pasadena. They'll have to go pretty far for there.
That's the Pride Bowl. That's the normal 10th game of the week. But Pasadena went down to 5A last year, and so they play it the second week now.
They'll be at Pearland on the September 12th. That'll be a big game for them, the first district game. They'll take on South Houston at home on the 19th, at Alvin the October 3rd, back home here against Manville. They'll take on Pearland, Dawson, Dobie, Pasadena Memorial, and then Shadow Creek. It's a tough schedule.
It is.
First and goal from the 6-yard line. Rivas hands it off to Sabala. Sabala comes up about a yard short of the touchdown. With just over a minute left to play here in the fourth quarter. They'll hurry up to the line with just 50 seconds left. Reeves will maybe go quarterback sneak right up the middle. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Sam Rayburn. We'll make it 38-9 with 39 seconds left to play. The band still staying alive over here. Quarterback sneak up the middle. Malachi Rivas.
Yeah, we're going to try to kick an extra point.
This is Luis Arredondo, listed as a senior. Rivas to hold. Kick is up and blocked. Sam Rayburn just falls on it.
Now I know why they go for it.
A little bit of extracurricular activities.
Leaves
Malachi Rivas, the quarterback.
Leaves our score at 38-9. 39 seconds left.
Daniel Morales, the quarterback for the Tigers. Both quarterbacks going at it.
Both quarterbacks are going at it. The flag guys are not. They're wanting to sign up for something else. They want to do something easier than run up and down the sideline when they score 38 points.
Well, we get those ROTC guys that get down there and do some push-ups. They'll be in good shape real fast.
There's two of those guys that are barely making it. They were barely making it in the first half when it was hot.
They get them some Gatorade.
Don't tell them because they'll dump that Gatorade bucket.
Gatorade bath.
Yeah.
Week 1 splash zone. You know, there's bets out there, Carl, for that.
Yeah, over and under on it.
What color is the Gatorade?
Yeah.
Purple, green, blue.
Exactly. Hey, how many propositions bet did they have in the Super Bowl?
Way too many.
Yeah.
Coin flip. Seconds for national anthem. There's like YouTube renditions of the national anthem singer.
Yeah.
Word on the street is Taylor Swift is going to be performing at the halftime Super Bowl this year. Thoughts on that, Carl?
Yeah.
Any comments?
No comment.
No comment?
Not
all these fans that, you know, they're big Swift fans, Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah, Swifties and
Swifties. So
Tours.
she, you know, the big recent news, did you hear Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift got engaged?
Okay.
Broke the internet. I don't know if you heard about that. So
definitely did.
So they came on Jason Kelce's podcast, and Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce, they do a podcast, and she came on it, and so apparently the 28th day, I forget exactly, but these people like study the podcast, and she said some things that released that thinks that
leading up
that discovers that she's going to be the halftime performance. But
all right, he's dying. He's got to pick it up.
Here's a return from the Springs Woods.
He's turning sideways.
Tigers.
He's turned sideways about 3 times, just letting people run by him.
Dodging some extra chippiness after the play. Just got to get the players off the field at this point. Let the clock run out.
Yeah, 1 play left, and
Yeah.
Get them off the field.
Get them off the field. Get them in the locker room. Yeah, some of those HISD schools.
Yeah, it's
they won't even shake hands.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. I mean, it's just wind the clock. Okay.
30? What?
He's going to set the ball on the 20, and then he's going to set it on the 15, and now he set it on the 10. And the referee's telling him, we're going to set it on the 10, and we're going to wind the clock. And if either one of these teams take a timeout, you're going to be broadcasting the last 19 seconds by yourself.
We still got 73 people watching.
Yeah, that's it. We've got it's going to be time for the tush push right here at the 10-yard line. Bunched in tight, run that 33 seconds off.
38 seconds.
33 seconds.
33 seconds, excuse me. Score 38-9. Carl, thoughts on tonight's game?
Rayburn's had a lot to look forward to. Springwood's got to get better.
Both bands playing ESPN.
Fernando Torres on the carry for the Tigers. That'll be the end of the ball game. Torres with a 4-yard carry to end it.
And that'll about wrap it up. Sam Rayburn comes away with a 38-9 victory over the Springwoods Tigers. Carl, get your player of the game and final thoughts before we send it in.
Player of the game again, Javier Estrada scored the last touchdown. His last touchdown, 9-yard run, 117 on 17 carries. Also with a great ball game. Our Jones had a 68-yard kickoff return and also a 30-yard touchdown. 2 touchdowns for the Texans.
Yeah, give credit to the offensive lineman and defensive lineman that stepped up and really played tight. Sam Rayburn moves to 1-0 overall in the season. Springwoods moves to 0-1 respectively. Big thanks to our production crew upstairs and in-house. Big thanks to Colton and his team for making tonight's production possible. Thank you for tuning in tonight's ball game. Carl, final thoughts?
It's great to be back, and welcome to high school football 2025.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Big thanks to my wife and son. Let me do this on my behalf of my partner, Carl Thies. I'm Cameron Bunt signing off. Sam Rayburn comes away with the 38-9 win. Make sure to go to ellisonsports.com to check for local games across the Houston area for coverage of high school sports. This has been a production of the Legacy Sports Network. Until we see you next time, good night. Cameron Bunt signing off. We'll have a great weekend.